Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am live on YouTube. This is the first time I've gone live on YouTube, so I hope you all enjoy. Basically, what it is I'm working on some new streaming techniques and all that kind of stuff. So today I just figured I would do a little chat with you all, and you all can get to know me and everything. The reason why I'm wearing the headphones is because my microphone, my trusty mic right here. Oops, sorry. Sorry if I'm bumping the microphone a little bit. Yeah, that's just basically there for my purposes and everything. And this is something new that I'm trying out. I've never streamed. Well, I have streamed live on YouTube before, but I always had like a game playing and all that. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a chat session, and I realized that it's like what time? It's only 3 o'clock in the morning, but hey, I will have another video coming up here soon that I'll be uploading for tomorrow that talks about the future of this channel and my Twitch channel and um, all that other fun goodness and everything. And I want to say welcome. If this is your first time watching my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, and also make sure you hit that share button. Everything does mean a lot to me when you do that kind of stuff. It, so basically why I got into gaming, I've always been into gaming for probably since I've been a just before I was a teenager, actually, because my first my first gaming console was an Atari 2600, and I played that a lot. I did a lot of Missile Command. I did a lot of um, Pitfall and Pitfall 2. Those are definitely my games that I play. What are your games that you play that you would like to that you've ever first started playing and all that kind of stuff? Oh, I wish I could see who's on. Anyway, yeah, here, let me type in my Twitch URL for you all. Hey, how's it going there, Manny? It's been a while since I've seen you or talked to you and everything. I tried to reapply at my old job. They've offered me my old job. I'm still waiting for everything. Let me give you my Twitch channel here. All right, there you go. So thank you for the like. I've got one person watching and one like, and thank you again, Manny. I'm trying something new. I've decided to go full time with the stream. Oh, well, I didn't know you didn't work there anymore. So where are you currently working right now, if I might ask? Oh, so that's at that. But okay. Sorry, I'm messing around with all the different settings. This is the first time I've done like a live stream where I'm chatting, and I hope the audio sounds good and all that for you. And I know you always gave me tips and stuff on being more animated in my videos and talking and laughing and making more jokes. Oh, cool. I hope that works out for you. What are you planning on doing in school? Thank you. Yeah, I got this Blue Yeti microphone now, and I've got the better computer. Oh, sorry, I bumped the computer. And just doing different stuff like that. I'm trying to get my watch time up on my followers. I finally hit 77 followers. I think my watch time is like at 65 hours total watch time. So it's a little bit different. Sorry, I'm adjusting my glasses. I'm like looking at myself in the camera and my glasses seem all crooked. That Twitch TV URL is the new channel that I've created. I've I've taken my name and spread it across my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, and my just in my Facebook gaming channel. I think I sent you a request on Facebook for the gaming channel. That's a lot where you can find me also, because lately I've been streaming a lot of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and a lot of The Witcher 3, and I just started a new game with Final Fantasy 15. So we're going to go through that one a little bit as well. I'm thinking the Final Fantasy 15 might end up taking off a little bit more, because Facebook is kind of weird when it comes to monetizing everything there, because they basically say, oh, yeah, you have to have 100 followers, which I'm close. I'm at 32, but I have to have 100 followers, and I check off all the boxes, but the followers in the code of conduct, because apparently me showing a beer bottle on my live stream, what beer I'm drinking or whatnot, doesn't qualify. And then if you've ever played The Witcher 3, there's a lot of nudity and violence and all that, and sex and all that kind of stuff, and that's stuff they shy away from. And even on here, I have to set my preferences to 18 plus, and I hope that doesn't affect me too much, but I'd rather be able to be monetized here and not anywhere else. And like I said, I've decided that I'm making the leap, and I'm going full-time streamer and full-time YouTuber, and that's where I'm at right now. My wife might not agree with it, but that's a little preview of what my next video is going to be that I've recorded. I'm usually up all night. Oh, thanks. Thank you for joining my Facebook page. That means a lot. It helps me out. Sorry if I have to squint at the screen, because for some reason the text on here is really, really small. And that's so I can look at my participants and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so far we're going on 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm pretty much I'm an all night person now because of my previous job. I basically what. Oh, thank you for wishing me luck, and letting me know how my audio sounds. Is something I've worked on. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching me and everything, and I'll catch up to you. You can catch me up on my Facebook page. Send me a message, whatnot. We're still friends on there, if I recall. And it's good talking to you. Super chats will be coming soon. I'm not sure exactly how soon, but it'll show up, and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Oop. Lots of people responding to my different things on Facebook. Oh, just got my stream summary. Yeah, I had like 100 and I did The Witcher 3, the first run through of Witcher 3. I had like 131 people who saw the post, and then something like it's up to like 73 views now, which is I get really good numbers on my Facebook page. It's crazy. That's one of the reasons why I decided to go full time with the live stream and try to do things like this, because it ended up being that I was getting better responses from that than I was getting from actually doing actual YouTube stuff. And like I said, I'm an all night person now. I've sprained my knee working at my previous job, and due to workers comp and all the stupid stuff that is done with that. Cost me 120 days of work, and during that process, I was fired the day before Christmas, which sucks. But I went from there to still doing physical therapy on my knee. And from there, I went to, what did I do? Yeah. So I started looking for work, and then I would get interviews. I would get not, I wouldn't even get callbacks. I go to job fairs and get interviews. Welcome, new viewer. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Just chatting about video games and stuff. I have an old friend of mine that's online right now. I don't know if you see his chat or whatnot, but we're working on growing these channels. I've gone full time into my streaming and my YouTube, and yeah, so that's where I stand today. So right now we're at 2 viewers and 1 like. That's something I'm looking into. I think I'll try doing Uber and everything, but I'm just at a point where I don't want to work for anybody else but myself. And that's just the decision that I came into in my life. Is I'm just sick and tired and fed up of applying for job after job, and nobody can give me an answer on why they don't want to hire me or if they want to hire me. And it's frustrating. And all it would be is if I got a job, I would end up working for somebody else and then just be miserable and unhappy and trying to figure out when to schedule my videos that I need to upload, or schedule my streams. And right now I have to schedule my streams because I'm going to be doing stuff on Twitch, YouTube. So I want to balance out, because like with the Twitch, I can do simultaneously to Facebook at the same time for my Facebook gaming page. So with so that's on Twitch. So during the other times, I need to find a time that I can do live streaming like this for YouTube. So that way I get, as you could tell, I'm getting a little more comfortable and everything with talking in front of the camera and the microphone, and Twitch has enabled me to do that kind of stuff. If you're wondering, these are Sony headphones. I prefer over the ear headphones rather than earbuds. And then I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone, and I became affiliated with Microsoft. So in a lot of my YouTube videos, you'll see that I have a link. So whenever, if you ever want to buy whatever, something from the Microsoft store, like a Surface Pro, or you need to buy Microsoft points, or you want to get an Xbox or whatever you purchase in that store through that link, I automatically get money from that, and that money comes back into this channel to buy the camera, to buy the microphone, games, software. Because the next thing there's 2 things that I'm looking to get for my streaming. Is one is a Stream Deck from Elgato that will enable me to have little hot buttons that I can set up little videos. So if I go, oh, I gotta go take a break, and I can go bloop and hit that button, and then a little video will pop up and play a video of I recorded. Or I can do like little, just little special effects and stuff to make the thing pop. And then that's the one purchase I'm looking for. And then the second one is 4K capture card, because Elgato just came out with one at CES earlier this last year. And it's a lot like my HD60S that I do hook up through my Xbox and all that kind of stuff to record the games and to stream the games. So what it does is, since my Xbox it does 4K sampling because it's the Xbox One S. So maybe 3 things. I got to update my Xbox to an Xbox One X, and then get the 4K capture, because then I can do 4K video game capture and streaming as opposed to 1080p, because a lot of times, and then I got to buy a 50-foot or 25-foot Cat 6 cable, so that way I can hardline up my Xbox for the streaming purposes, because that's where I get a lot of lag and all that kind of thing. And this is little stuff that I have to set up for as a streamer and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Uber does make sense for me, to do off to the side to help pay for the bills and stuff like that. But I just I've reached a point in my life where I'm moving on and doing my things that make me happy, and hopefully this works out. And I appreciate everything. We're having a good conversation right now. I'm sorry if I'm keeping you up all night long, but that's just me. I got used to working from midnight to 10 a.m. and that's what my body does. And it's also easier for me to do these late night streams like this because my daughter is sleeping and she won't interrupt me and bounce in here and go, "Daddy," and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, welcome second. We got two people here watching right now. So if you want and you're new to this channel, click on that subscribe button. Click on that like button if you're liking what you're seeing. And yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff here. Yeah, there's only two of us right now, but honestly, like on my Twitch channel, it's like I'm lucky if I can get one person to watch at the same time. I got rated tonight with 3 people, which was cool, and I picked up two new follows, so that was good. And I hit 15 there, and then to get affiliated with them, I need like 50 followers. I'm at 15, so I'm a little over halfway there, or around halfway there. And then I need to get an average of like 3 people watching at a time, and I'm like at 0.55. So it's not very many people that are actually, watching my live stream. So right now I'm getting better numbers on YouTube than I was on Twitch, which is interesting and funny, but it's good. So um one of you is talking to me, the other one is probably my wife going, I wonder what he's doing right now, and she's just watching to help support, which is always nice. I always make that assumption, but I could always be wrong. So this is my first time doing just a regular old chatting kind of video and talking about what makes me passionate about what I do and why I do what I do. So I've been getting a lot involved with my Game Pass games because I'm able to download. They just recently released Final Fantasy 15 on there, like the Royal Edition. So it's like all this extra downloadable content that just got included with the game, and it's an RPG, and it's a beautiful RPG. And even though I have a 4K TV, it's an LCD TV, so you end up getting a lot of that like blooming effect, like whenever there's a brightness, like if it's static screen like right now, it's nice and stable and everything, but whenever you get to like a screen where it's all black and you have like a single light source, you get this like weird blooming effect that you wouldn't get with an OLED TV. I'm probably saying that wrong. But it's my mother-in-law's TV, so I'm not really complaining too much. I'm allowed to do what I'm allowed to do on there. I had to switch over to do this stream. I ended up having to switch to Google Chrome because it works better with the webcam for some reason than the other one. Otherwise, I'd have to run it through OBS. And right now with this one, I get a nice big picture of what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing, where OBS, I get this tiny little square in the bottom corner of the screen, and I'm trying to figure out, well, what is my camera seeing, what's my light seeing. And I did get a new light source. If you're wondering why the lighting looks pretty good, is I got myself a ring light at Walmart for like $35, which wasn't too bad, and it actually works good. It's got multiple adjustments, and I keep right now it's on fairly dim, so it works. And I got upgraded to a Logitech 1080p camera, 60 frames a second. So that's why it looks good. I mean, technically I can use, because I have a DSLR camera, and I could technically use that camera for something like this, but it's essentially the same thing as the webcam. The only difference I think with the DSLR is I can like zoom in with the lens and all that kind of thing. And that I use mainly for, if you've seen any of my videos, I did my introductory video actually on this channel was done with that DSLR camera. It's a Canon Rebel T7 is what I end up getting, because I was at E3 last year. And when I was at E3, I ended up I needed a camera to do recordings of stuff. So took a lift down to Best Buy and purchased a DSLR, and probably should have got the next level up because the one I got doesn't have the little fold out screen or the autofocus on the lens. But you know what? It's a good starter camera, so it does what I need it to do, and it does it well. So there is that. I'm gonna try to do some more of those kind of videos. Like I said, this channel is morphing a little bit into more of a live stream kind of deal, and more talking head, like, I don't know, opinions about games and maybe news about games, not so much gameplay. I might still keep around the Skyrim videos because I started getting into a weekly uh, deal with Skyrim and trying to do that kind of thing. So I might still keep that around and keep going in that direction. But I think a lot of the videos are going to be more of, here's a review, here's this, here's that. Sorry, I'm reading the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna continue being me, and it always is an experiment on when I can actually go live with my streaming, because a lot of it, like when I'm playing COD, I'm playing a multiplayer on COD because I got roughly halfway through the main storyline on COD, okay, speak on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new remake. I ended up getting that for Christmas, so that's how I got that, and I also got Borderlands 3 for I think my birthday. So I've got those two. But on COD, I got roughly halfway through the main storyline, and then I had a few friends that um, I had followed on Twitch or whatnot that were playing COD, and they asked me if I had the game and wanted to join them on their live stream, and I said, yeah, sure. So um, I ended up joining them on their live stream, and I started playing COD multiplayer, and then I found out that um, the one mode that I like the most is shipment because it's 24/7, but it's the same map. I wish they would give me a different map here and there. I used to play Ground War, but Ground War was a lot of running from one point to another point and occasionally seeing an enemy. And by the time I saw the person, I was already shot in the head. So I got frustrated with that. So then I went to um, playing Shipment, which is a very, very small, tight little map that calls for a lot of it's usually domination, which is taking over the checkpoints, or it's hard point where a certain point starts off in the middle, and it's a shipyard, so it's a lot of these shipping containers. In the very center of the map, if anyone's played any multiplayer games, you know that's the kill box, and you don't want to go there. So they set the first hard point. You got to capture that point right in the middle of the map. So everybody, it's like teams of six. It's like 6 on 6, just rushing that one little spot and start nailing each other. And I can get up to like 50 kills, but then I have something like 49 deaths. So my kill death ratio is like 0.5. So I don't have a very high kill death ratio, but I did upgrade my controller to the Elite Series 2 controller, which is this right here. If you get a nice little look on there, it's fully rechargeable, so no batteries. It's a beautiful controller. I have a video that I posted for the unboxing of this controller, as well as how to set the controller up so you can do customize loadouts and stuff of how you, not loadouts, customized configurations of your controller. So that way, if you're playing COD, I have my triggers set so that I barely tap them, so I get that rapid fire. Again, if you look on my Facebook page, my Facebook gaming page, you'll see the videos I played of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You'll see about how tight the map is, because it's literally spawn, kill, die, spawn, kill, die. Sometimes I get lucky and I spawn and I can run around for about a minute, and I knock out I get like a 5 or 6 kill death thing, and then as soon as I get that, I can get what they call a first strike, not first strike. Fire Strike, I think is what it's called. Anyway, I set it up for cluster bombs, so I get a little laser light, and as soon as I see that big group of enemies going for that point, I just right in the middle of that point, and then hit the button and then run off in the opposite direction, and then all kinds of hell's broken loose and bombs are going off. So it gets pretty chaotic, and I like it. My favorite game mode so far in that shipment is kill confirmed, and essentially what that is it's the same map, but you run around and you kill somebody and little dog tags appear, either red if you kill your enemy, or they turn blue if it's you that gets killed. And your whole point is you kill a person, grab their tags, and just run around killing people, grabbing their tags. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I the first time I was playing that mode, I was playing with the guys I follow on Twitch, and we had them on Discord. Oh, someone left and came back in. Hell, hi. And what ends up happening with that was we set up a private match, and we did what was called gunplay. And you start off with like a pistol, so you kill somebody with the pistol, then it turns into another gun, and then you kill them, and you go on and on and on till somebody can get a rocket launcher, and then it's all hell breaks loose. And so we set this private match, and we had 5-on-5, and it was a blast. I mean, there's a video of me just laughing my ass off, and because I still haven't figured out how to, for my Discord, I haven't figured out how to make it so that people can hear what I'm actually hearing, because this is kind of the setup I have, where I have my microphone and my headphones hooked up to the microphone, and I'm listening to Discord as they're playing the game. And of course I was drinking that night, but it was oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard that people and that were streaming the game on the other end, because I was streaming and then there's two other people streaming the same feed. So we had 3 streams of the same game going on, which is pretty crazy in itself. And all you see on my video end is just me laughing and laughing and going, "Oh, I died. I couldn't get that." Oh, doing stuff like that. And um people were talking on other people's streams, and it was like Frackman was like, people on my stream are wondering who the hell that is that's laughing their ass off and what they're laughing about. And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And they're like, "No, don't be sorry. It's just like you're having a good time." Well, it was on Twitch. It might be on my YouTube gaming page. It should be further down on the list. Let me look it up here, because all my videos are from Twitch are recorded on the live gaming with Mike Stiegel at Cannon Fodder. So yeah, like 148 people saw this post, 2 shares, and 84 views. That's pretty good. That's for my Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And it might be the one from February 3rd. Oh, I know, it goes a little bit further back. Might be January 31st. Or no, because I have quite a few of them on there. It's one of my first streams. So if you look back on there, I started. Because my first video was January 27th. I don't know if that's the one that was the one that was laughing my butt off or not. I would have to actually play it. Halfway there, my shots. Yeah. So just watching my own video on my phone. But yeah, I don't know if I could share. There's not really a link that I can share on YouTube for that. I don't know. I have to look, because they want me to promote my page, but then they want me to pay money to promote it, and I don't feel like paying money to promote my video for my Facebook gaming page or not. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that Call of Duty. I was um starting to play that Witcher 3 earlier today on my channel, and that's why it's only like maybe 25-30 minutes of the Witcher 3, because I got stuck in a death loop. I don't know if you've all ever experienced it. It's similar to my video about the brick wall effect, where you're playing a multiplayer game and you it does an auto save, because all the games today do an auto save. And when you're doing the auto save, and I got to a point where I have to fight all these spiders. Now it might be a spoiler for some people, I don't know, but when I was playing it, I I couldn't kill the spiders because I had like very little health, and I didn't have anything to boost up my health on there at all. So I ended up dying, and then it auto saved right before I died. So it's like as soon as the game loads up, it's right there. I load up, I start the game, I die. I go back, load the game, start up, die. And it's like die, rinse, repeat. And I got to a point where I was just like, okay, my brain cannot handle trying to figure this out right now. I'm just angry and pissed. I need to drink more of my Jack and just move on my way. And well, speaking of Jack, I got to make a drink here in a second. Anyway, yeah, I just got mad at the game, and I'm like, okay, this is time to change the stream to something I don't have to think about. So I threw on Call of Duty just so I can get my frustration out, and that helped me get my frustration out, and I could just shoot things and go on from there. And yeah, that helped out quite a bit. And then I got rated in the middle of that stream, and I had 3 people watching, which was fantastic. I gained 2 new followers on Twitch, which was also fantastic. So that's moving on up there. And so I just started talking with the gentleman, Cell Processing, who follows me on there, and he's like gave me advice about how to keep my name consistent across all my social media platforms that I share my stuff on. And it made sense to me to do that. So now I have that all completely set up. And then from there, I just went to started showing them all the different games, talking about RPGs. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't done the Final Fantasy. Let me play some of that. And started playing that. And that game, I haven't played that game on this 4K TV yet. And oh man, does it look gorgeous. If you will all excuse me for one moment, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a something to drink because I'm getting a little parched from talking. And if you just be patient, I'll be right back. Just enjoy the view of my chair because I don't have any other screens to pop up, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I hope you didn't mind the view of my chair. I had to get myself a drink because I was getting parched, so I ended up getting a White Rascal. I don't know if you can see that or not. There might be some glare from my light. This is a Belgian style white ale. I was at a liquor store that they just put up a new. They got a new refrigerator or whatnot, and they're like, "You might like this beer," and I'm like, "You might be wrong." Welcome, new viewer. If you're watching, please hit that sub button. It means a lot to me. And all we're doing is just talking about video games and different stuff over here. Like drinking beer that I have to drink because I end up buying it and I don't really like it, but doing it anyway. Yeah, it tastes too much like an IPA to me. And I don't know, IPAs are just, they bug me. I'm kind of over the fad. And I know I'm straying topics from video games and all that kind of thing, but it's my channel, so what are you all up to? I know, Manny, you're hanging out. I'm sorry if I'm keeping you up. Oh, it's all right. Sometimes it happens. You misclick on a video, and you know some stuff happens. I'm gonna see if there's got to be some app on here on my phone that I can actually read the chat that's going on. Nope, this tells me it's processing the video. Huh? Maybe if I actually like watch my own video.
Maybe if I actually.
Yep. There we go. Now I can actually read what you guys are saying. Yeah. So yeah, technically I now have 3 people watching because I'm watching myself. I don't know what that's about, but that feels to me like I'm cheating the system. Let me exit out. Anyway, I haven't really been making that many videos. Subscribe to myself. Yeah, I should create like a new account and then sub to my account. Yeah, like this light that I got, it's fully adjustable, so like I can actually do different kinds of lights. I can go bloom, there's more of an orange, more of a white, and then the in between, that's the one I'm using right now. And I can bump up the brightness, see, so you can see me a little bit easier. And then there's the orange. I don't know, that one's kind of nice. It's neutral, I guess. You see my cat sleeping or one of my cats sleeping in the background over there. What do you think? The lighting is pretty good. Like if I keep it that bright, or is that too bright? I never know if I've got the lighting exactly right because my again, I talk about my next purchases and stuff like that. I'm gonna get a second ring light so I can put it right here, and then I can get rid of this shadow that seems to come along this side of my face right over here, and that might work to my advantage. But yeah, I mean, I've just been playing around with this thing for a while. It's kind of hard to subscribe to my own self on YouTube when I'm looking at it through my own app on my phone. But being able to simultaneously stream to 2 different channels at the same time is just completely cool. And like I said, I started with streaming to Twitch, and then I ended up going on Facebook at the same time. And That's been good. I mean, I'm also enjoying. It turns out that I'm a better live streamer than I am a video maker. So I don't know how that happened exactly, but I've just been getting more comfortable talking in front of the camera and the microphone as I'm doing it live, and as opposed to trying to do recording. Because if you watch any of my videos, a lot of my recordings are they're not scripted; they're just done on the fly. So I pretty much just like I'll make a video and then I'll just try to figure out what I got to talk about on that video, and I end up stumbling over my words. I do a little, you always hear that noise going on in there, but most of the time I can clean up the audio with my Premiere Pro program that I have going on, and so I use that a lot. I want to get After Effects because then I can make introductory screens, which will look really cool. And I don't know. It's just stuff that I'm experimenting with. I mean, if you're ever thinking about getting into YouTube or streaming or whatnot, it's all self-taught. It's like there's no. I mean, sure you can get an expert. You could take a master class or something, or find a TED talk on it or something like that. But for me, I just learn it on my own, and just figure it out on my own. It just seems to be a better thing. And I get advice from my friend Just Lose It. I mean, he's been giving me great advice. And oh look, see, and then my face has gotten to more shadow because my TV or my Xbox went into like power saving mode. So if I like move a little bit forward, you see how much shadow is drawn into my face. And that's why I'm trying to get more of the lighting situated. But if I move it right to here, then I don't get any of that shadow. But it's also really, really bright. There we go. That's much better. So now my face is not so much in shadow. It's all just about where I position the light and how I position the light. But yes, this is an adult stream only. There is drinking and there is cussing. I just want to reiterate that if you're coming in here for the first time. And much like my friend said, I got to figure out my streaming schedule and figure out when the right time to stream is, because I'm streaming at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So some people might be watching on the other side of the planet, though. That's pretty cool. And Australia is going through a lot of crazy stuff with the fires and all that kind of thing. And I would hope that we can help out with that. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. So make sure that if you love someone or your family members or your significant other, make sure you tell them that you love them every day, because life is really short and you never know. I've had friends pass away just recently that I found out through Facebook because I hadn't seen him in a long time, and it's sad, but it's life. It happens. Hope I'm not getting too melancholy for you guys. I'm just kind of chatting. It started off as video games. Now it's getting into life lessons. That's great. So we're drinking beer that, I don't know. It doesn't quite taste like a Belgian, like a Hefeweizen, but it's pretty close. It kind of reminds me of Blue Moon, which I can't stand. I don't like fruit in my beer. I don't want my beer to taste like beer. Otherwise, it's not beer. But I digress. As you can see, my mouse is on my Red Dead Redemption 2 book, my Bible, as I call it, because Prima Games no longer makes manuals for games, which is kind of sad, because a lot of times I get the manual not so much to cheat at the game, but to actually, if I'm stuck on a part, like I'm playing The Witcher right now, Witcher 3, and I get stuck on something, like I can't figure out where I got to go next or how to do it or where the mission is at. So I basically just pick up the guide, look in the guide, and check it out. Yeah, you did get lucky enough to catch my stream. I thank you very much. I mean, like I said, it's been a while since we've caught up and said, "Hey, what's up?" to each other. Um, but a lot has changed from that former job, and they still do the same chicken shit thing of, "Oh, thank you for applying and all that, but we'll let you know in like a week. We'll call you back," and then they never call. And then you leave messages, and they don't even bother to return your messages to even tell you respectfully, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we filled that position, but you can apply for other positions." And what sucks the most about it is they're the ones that offered me the position, because I went in there going in as a manager, asking if I can go into a manager or working a tech job at there. And they told me, no, those positions are filled, but here, we think you would be great to go back in as a bar back. And I'm like, what? I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Well, we think you'd be a great bar back, so we're going to go ahead and pass this along. Do you want to do that? All right, fine. As long as I get a job, I get a job. And then not call me after you offer me the job? Like, come on. I'm not even working there, and they're still putting me through the same bullshit they put me through when I was working there a year ago. So that's part of my decision on why I decided just to go stream full time, because I'd rather work for myself and be accountable to myself than go work for somebody who can't even give you the courtesy to tell you you're not hired. That's why I've been pissed off all day. This is why I couldn't focus on The Witcher 3, and I had to do Call of Duty, because I was so pissed I couldn't even focus on the game, and I didn't want to throw my brand new controller through the TV set that's not even mine. And I'm sure you can look up on YouTube of videos of kids like rage quitting. And you got to spot the fake ones from the actual real ones, because there's one where there's this kid that's like throwing a fit and slamming stuff he's like slamming his arms and stuff on the bed, and he runs outside and he comes back in and starts slamming. That one I think is the fake one, because you know when someone's actually rage quitting and when someone's actually fake rage quitting. And if you've ever watched me play a video game, you probably would know when I'm about to rage quit. I've actually had it happen on a Call of Duty game where, once again, I was playing with these guys that I found on Twitch and I've become friends with. And this one kid was playing and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is my map. This is my game." And he got frustrated because he was losing, because there's a person better than him. And he goes, "Screw that. I'm paying for this." And because there's microtransactions in Call of Duty, but they're set up as a battle pass. So if you reach a certain point on the battle pass, you can unlock weapons and stuff like that, but you can't just outright, buy the weapon or buy the pack that gives you the advantage. So what this kid did was he spent money to advance himself like 15, 20 levels on the battle pass so he can unlock a weapon, a legendary weapon, and then try to use that. And then he comes back in the game and he loses again, and he goes, "Fuck this shit, man. I just spent $40 buying 50 levels in the battle pass to get a legendary sniper rifle, and I can't even get a single headshot." And then click, he's gone. So that right there, that's a rage quit. But that's another thing that keeps these companies afloat, because if you look at EA right now, I would say closer to 80% of I could be wrong on the percentage, but it's pretty high up there. It's something like, I know it's above 50% of their money comes from microtransactions. And I've done a video on this before, because I've gotten so mad that you pay $60 for a game that's not even complete. You pay $60, you get this game, and then the company goes, "Oh, well, in order to finish the game, you're going to need to spend this $40 for this season pass, or you can spend $1.99 here, 50 cents here, $3 over here, and piece it out
so that you can buy that special weapon that will enable you to complete this level that you should be able to complete for, because you just spent $60 on the game, and next thing you know, you're spending another 40 to buy a season pass, and then so you spend $100 and you've gotten the base game and you got the season pass, all the DLC, extra bonus stuff for pre-order, blah 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 blah, and then you're playing the game, and then all of a sudden after that they go, oh well, wait a minute, in order to advance in the multiplayer, you're going to need to buy tokens so that you can buy this special pack that's completely random. So you don't even know what's in the pack. It just looks like a little package. And you spend $1.99 to buy 500 tokens or whatever it is, or $4.99 for 500 tokens. So it's basically $1 a token. And you purchase that pack, you open it, you don't even get the gun or skin that you wanted in the first place. You get some completely randomized one that you never wanted. So then you spend another $5 and you still don't get it. And you do this like, next thing you know, you spent like another $100 and trying to get the one gun that's going to give you an advantage in the game. And it took you $100 just to get the one gun that a programmer spent maybe 10 minutes programming on the computer. Oh, this just has a different skin and will bump the stats up. Like, really? I just spent $100 buying a base game, a season pass, and then another $100 to get a gun that should have been included in the game in the first place. It's like Fallout 76 is the worst. Don't ever play that game. And I know I'm going on a little rant here, but first of all, Fallout 76 expected you to pay $60 for the game. Didn't include an unlimited not loot box, but storage containers for all your weapons, a movable camp, all this stuff that's basically that should have been in the game. It has no NPC, so it's basically just a wide open map that has no storyline in it whatsoever, because the storyline is just done in holotapes or stuff you pick up along the way. So and it's on a game engine that was made back when Fallout 4 was made, something like 4 years ago. So it's a 4-year-old game engine, a full price game that crashed all the time, that had massive bugs throughout the whole deal. And then they screwed up with, when people bought like the collector's edition, because a lot of people like to buy the collector's edition because you get like a helmet, or you get like a map, or you get special statue or whatever with the game. But they promised that you'd get this authentic helmet, power armor helmet, and a canvas bag, and a map, and all sort of stuff. Excuse me. But when the people actually got the package in the mail, it wasn't even a canvas bag. It was a cheap nylon bag. And then Bethesda didn't even bother to even apologize for this. They just basically said, oh, well, the canvas bags were too expensive to make, so we changed the material. Well, thanks. I just spent $250 on this package to get a nylon bag that I could have bought at Walmart. And then they made it worse, because they went and made this thing called, oh God, what was it? You basically pay like $50 or $60 and you get like all this stuff that should have been in the game the first time. And then they created a battle royale mode for the game to try to boost the sales, but it's still buggy. And every time they released a patch for the game, it continued to crash. Then they hid a lot of the stuff that people wanted behind a paywall. And then now they made a package deal like Fallout First or whatever. I'm probably getting the name wrong. You can look all this up. You can find videos on it everywhere. And they made, oh my gosh, they made it behind a paywall of like $30, and you get all this stuff that's supposed to give you a private server, unlimited this and all this, and then 500 crowns or whatever the thing is for their microtransactions. And when people actually went and played it, they found out it wasn't a private server because somebody had already gone into that server before and actually all the stuff that was supposed to be in the private server was gone. Their stash was empty. So not only did they lose their stuff in their stash, but they paid $30 to lose it twice. So I sorry about the little rant that I went on, but it just pees me off about microtransactions and how EA comes out and says they call them surprise mechanics, and they're no different than some kid buying a Kinder egg or a Hatchimal. And I'm like, yeah, but if you're buying a Kinder egg or you're buying a Hatchimal, at least you're getting a physical product. What they're talking about is you're spending $6 on something that's completely digital, that's not even a real thing, that's a line of code. So where's the justification? And it's randomized. So it's gambling. So where's the justification? But people who love their NBA K220s, I'm sorry if you like those sports games and you're a fan of EA. I understand that a lot of people are fans and they're always going to be fans. But the sports games, FIFA and the basketball games and stuff, that's what EA thrives on. They know that they can churn out one of those every year, and they've gotten so blatant with it. On the latest NBA game, there's an actual slot machine. An actual slot machine where you spend your $5, you spin a wheel to get completely randomized stuff for your team so that your team can be the all-star team. And as long as people keep buying it, they're going to keep making it. And if we stop buying into the microtransactions, then they will stop doing it. But honestly, the only place the microtransactions should be is in a mobile game like Candy Crush. Because if you're playing Candy Crush or you're playing whatever the latest mobile game is that's free, then yes, there's microtransactions in it. It's expected to be in it. In a mobile game, or even like on Facebook where you have your Farmvilles and all that kind of stuff, yes, microtransactions are in there because they're free. You're getting the game for free. So yes, the developers need to make money. But don't put a microtransaction on a $60 game. That's just ludicrous. And I apologize if I've gone on a massive rant, but as a gamer, that's what I have to deal with. And I don't know if you know this also. If you ever played Gears of War, the lead developer that took it over for the last couple of years for Coalition Games, Rod Ferguson, is going to be leaving in March to go work for Blizzard, who's another company that I'm a little at right now, and he's going to go work on Diablo, the new Diablo series. So we'll see what's going to happen with Gears of War 6 and how that storyline's going to play out. And that's just my other cat. And how things are going to shake down with Blizzard, and hopefully Blizzard's in the hot seat because of, I don't know if any of you have heard this, but they're in the hot seat because last year, they were having a live stream of a card game that is popular. Hearthstone, I think is what it was called. And one of the broadcasters were of Asian descent, and they were asking one of the winners or whatever questions about, if he wanted to say anything. Oh, yep, you can see that's Pixel in the background. That is our giant orange tabby. And this is right around the time where that China and was it Japan, they were having all that stuff, and the guy comes up and he says, freedom of democracy. He says whatever political thing, and then I don't want to get too much into that detail, but I believe that they should have given free democracy. Anyway, he jumps up and says something. Of course, I'm probably saying all this is old news to all of you. he jumps up and says something, and then the broadcasters duck their heads and they try to hide, and then Blizzard immediately bans the kid, takes away his prize money, and it just totally behaved wrongly about the whole deal. And because of that, I don't even play Overwatch, and I have Overwatch. But I don't play Overwatch that much anymore, mainly because I don't really understand the game and how to play it. But that's besides the point. But because of their political stance on that, and they're another company that feeds off of microtransactions. If you ever know Overwatch, you don't have to pay a full price for the game that much anymore, because a lot of it's on sale right now, I think, on Xbox, and it'll probably be on sale next month or next week on PlayStation or something like that, because they tend to sell that game for like $20-$30. So I can forgive it a little bit. But all right, I'm done talking about microtransactions. That's just getting me irritated and upset or nothing. But there is, believe it or not, there is good things happening in the gaming world. Microsoft makes an adaptive controller for those kids that are in need, and they want to be able to play video games, but they might not have the ability to play the video games. And you can look up the adaptive controller on the Microsoft webpage. And I'm pretty sure if you look at my other videos and click on the Microsoft page, you could probably buy the adaptive controller. But yeah, and then some guy went and took the adaptive controller from Microsoft, and his daughter wanted to play Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, that new Zelda game that's on the Switch, and he modified the controller, and she's able to play the game. And he has a video that's popped up on there on YouTube that I think it's on YouTube. It should be. And he adapted the controller for his daughter, and the look on her face is just, it was the best thing in the world to see that little girl who wanted to play Zelda because it was one of her favorite characters, and she wanted to play, and he made it possible for her to play. So there is a lot of good in the world. Microsoft tends to donate money to a lot of good charities and stuff from their gaming events, so that's always good. I'm able to take, whenever I do like a Bing search or a search on Microsoft Edge, or purchase a game or rent a movie or whatnot, or complete a daily quest on my Game Pass, I use those points and I can donate to all different kinds of charities and stuff like that. And speaking of kids, what are you doing up? Huh? Come here. This is my daughter, Kaylee. Wave hi real quick and then lay down. She does this every night. She unplugged my headphones so I can't hear what I'm saying. But she does this every night, where she comes out and she interrupts my stream or whatnot, and has to say goodnight to her dad. Oh, no, see, I need my control. My mouse is doing weird things.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. So I've just been going on a little rant. All right, say hi to everybody and say goodnight, baby girl. Okay, she's going to play shy. All right, now I need you to go back in the room with mommy, okay? Thank you for popping in. That's my daughter. She pops in every once in a while. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's the reason why I stream at night and not during the day, because that kind of thing would be happening all the time if I streamed during the day. And once again, I apologize for going on a rant. I tend to do that. I mean, you could see my cat in the background. Pinch, 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 pinch. And this microphone pretty much picks up everything. But yeah, there is a lot of good in the world. I'm trying to focus on that. My daughter's one of the good things in the world. Having her around, being married to my wife is always a good thing to have around. Yeah, so there is good in the world, despite all the BS that's going on and around everybody and everything, and especially like the gaming world.
He's lying about his wife.
Hey, I've got a couple people watching. Yeah.
It's actually 4-something in the morning. Yeah. I should go to bed.
Okay, well, good night, my wife. I love you lots and lots.
I love you lots and lots too. I'll let you know if Tom and Richard are coming over tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my wife. Well, thank you. Thank you for the support. I do have a lot on my mind. Keep it PG. Well, I think it's a little too late for it to be PG, considering that when I posted this video, I had said this is for adults only. So that's another reason why I did that. I had all these videos from my daughter and I doing Lego games, and her telling me, "Daddy, you're a terrible player," all that kind of stuff. And it was great for my channel, but I had to take those off because of the new policy again from YouTube, because YouTube loves to change their policy. But this one had to do with COPPA. And if I had kept the videos on my channel, I have a lot of videos that are not PG. I got all those Skyrim videos. I have Call of Duty videos. I have all this other stuff that's violent. And if I kept that on my channel, along with the videos I did, the Lego games and stuff with my daughter, and set my channel, this is adults only, not meant for kids, they would go, well, you have your daughter in all these videos, you're now going to be fined. And then I'd be fined $47,000 per video. And there was like 9 videos. So like, who can afford that? So I took them off. I changed my channel, revamping my channel to doing more of these live streams because they seem to be successful. I've got a steady stream of 2 people watching. And I'm pretty much just ranting and staying on some subjects about video games and going off on different tangents. I've been playing this. I've been playing this game called TT Isle of Man, and it's a racing sim or a racing game that's motorcycles. It is the hardest racing game I've ever played. I can't even. There's a video of me on my YouTube Facebook page of just falling down all the damn time. If you watch it, there's me trying to take a corner on this motorcycle, because like in a car racing game like Forza, you take the corner and like you turn and the whole car turns. Well, on the motorcycle one, you're going like this. On the motorcycle, you have to lean into the turn and then wait for your car, try to lean back, but then you overcompensate and you lean too far back and your back tire goes whoop, and next thing you know, you eat pay dirt. And that's just the frustrating thing about playing Isle of Man. Thank you for watching my stream. And no, I don't play VR because VR makes me nauseous. And I wouldn't want to do that or nothing. I'm going to try to do these talking head videos during the day. So I'll probably be doing them around 3 or 4, actually 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because my daughter's usually in school at that time. So I can do more of these kind of videos for my YouTube channel. My other streams, you can catch me on the Twitch. It's on my Facebook gaming page channel, as well as on this chat that I put there. I also put I'll put the link in the description of my YouTube channel, so that way you can actually find my Twitch channel that way. And it's also on my Twitter handle as well. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, you're more than welcome to.
And that I usually stream about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and it's usually either Witcher 3 or Call of Duty. I'm thinking about adding Final Fantasy in there somewhere and see how we do on that. And thank you once again, Just Lose It, for joining me on this journey of my first experimental just chatting live on YouTube at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's the best time to stream. Oh, thank you, Twitch, for my stream summary. So, is there any other subject I should talk about, folks, now that you're watching? Now I've gone on a rant, and feel free to send something in chat. I know there's no super chat yet. That will be coming soon. As long as I can get we're at 77 subs right now. So we're working on trying to get, I need 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. So there is that. Well, it's nice. People are seeing this live stream that I'm doing. It's like I said, it's an experimental thing that I'm doing. I'm doing it at 4 in the morning. So far, I've been streaming for a little over an hour, which is pretty amazing. I've been noticing that as I'm doing more and more live streaming, that I'm able to stream for hours at a time. Like the last stream I did on Twitch was like 6 hours. Let me put my Twitch URL in here for this person who's following and see if what you think of it. Excuse me while I type. Yeah, let me do a www.one. That might work easier. All right, let's see if this works. Hopefully that works and you can click on that. Well, no, it just throws my name up there. Well, you'll get the general idea if you write down the URL. It might. I'll have to figure out how I can do that. I might have to do like HTTP or something like that. You don't think this light is too bright? Anyway, thank you for watching my stream. It's been an experiment. It's been a good experiment. I want to thank Just Lose It for tuning in. I don't know exactly who you are, but I welcome you to this channel. If you're new, please hit that sub button. It means a lot. We're working on getting those 1,000 subscribers. And follow my Twitch channel if you know how to do that. And have a rad day.